Hey, I'm Luke. Welcome back to Leicester City Down Under. Here with my mate Connor, faithful Birmingham supporter. How you going, dude?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Connor, talk to me, mate. You've been through quite a few managers this season. How's it all going?
The roller coaster, mate. We're in the shit right now, aren't we?
Yeah. Mate, I want to just talk. I know we spoke about this a little bit last time, but I'm still struggling to make sense of this. Eustace in the playoff positions, sacked. Rooney brought in 2 wins from 15 matches, leave you in 20th position. He gets sacked. Get Mowbray in. Unfortunately, he's ill. I hope he's well soon for your sake, mate. And Gary Rowett's back in.
Correct. It's a fucking roller coaster.
Mate, I feel really guilty for all the big-headed stuff I've had early this season and complaining about not buying players. And without sounding arrogant or to put down, I think we should be thankful for what we've had as a Leicester City. For me as a club personally, because I would hate to be in the championship any longer than I would need to be. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and you guys have just been through it the last 10 years.
I think we're the longest serving club in the championship at the minute, eh?
Really?
Yeah, it's like 11, 12 years, something like that.
So, mate, are you happy overall in at the minute? Like, I'm just having a look at your matches here. You just had a win against Preston, which is brilliant. Like, that's a good win for you guys. You lost to QPR 2-1, lost to Watford by 1, lost to Borough by 1, and then you lost to Millwall. But you by no means have you guys been like pumped or anything like that. So, talk to me. Like, do you think it's just going to take time, or do you just want the season to be end?
Honestly, if we're safe, I'll be happy. Like, that's all that really matters to us this year. I think in the summer we're going to be signing a few players. The new owners are going to spend some money on that. But QPR was just a lucky last minute. I don't know if you've seen the goal, but it was a centre back who's never scored in his life. Fucking scored an absolute screamer. We'll never do that again. So it's just pure on luck the past few games, really. On Preston on Monday, we got lucky because their defender slipped and Jay Stansfield was 1-on-1 with the keeper and obviously scored. But we'll dominate against them. I don't think the results have really done us justice, to be honest. And we shouldn't be where we are with the squad we have, you know.
And would you say that with the way that you guys are playing now, similar to how you were playing under Eustace, like it was?
It's very
physical.
Gary Rowett and Eustace are very similar. They're very defence minded. Like, they want to make the defence solid and then work on the attack. If you know what I mean?
Yes.
So they're very hard to beat. Their teams are very hard to beat normally, eh?
Yeah, mate, they are, and particularly when you got the players for it, and it's hard to get things to click and gel when you're swapping managers like undies. I'm just looking here, mate. You're just outside the playoffs. You're in 20th position, just where you were when right above relegation. Sorry, I'm knackered up this week. You know what I mean? But there's something to say about that. Like, for the run out for the teams that are like pushing for playoffs and automatic promotion, these are like cornered animals. Like, Rotherham's all but out, but Plymouth, Huddersfield, Sheffield, you guys, even Millwall are going to be fighting like fuck because no one wants to be in that relegation zone. So, are you scared of that?
Millwall just got beat by Rotherham, which is shocking.
Yeah.
But well, for us, every year we're in the same sort of shit. We're always fucking down there fighting. We always start season well, and we always end up in the scrap. So I think personally we'll be alright. There's enough winnable games after use that we can fucking go and win. Like, we have Rotherham, Huddersfield. There's plenty of winnable games there for us. I think we only need another probably 2 wins and a few draws, and we'll be alright.
Yep, I'm looking at you now, mate. So you got us, you got Cardiff, Coventry, Rotherham, Huddersfield, Norwich. So yeah, I'm with you.
If we beat Rotherham, Huddersfield, which we should, then we should be fine.
And the last time we spoke, you thought that the reason that you brought Rooney is because you were going to splash some cash, and you're going to. So you're still convinced, Rooney or not, that you're going to be spending big in summer.
Yeah, they've already come out and said that they're going to give it a good go. So what happens.
Yeah, yep.
Because there's a lot of players. a lot of our higher earners, like our older lads, are all leaving. I think it's about 11 or 12 guys out of contract, which are all leaving. A big earners. So there's going to free up a lot of money as well, you know.
Interesting. Well, I hope for your sake, mate, that'd be great. We might not be allowed to spend any money if you don't know how much you're in the loop of all the FF.
I've
Yeah,
seen it all. Yeah, these are in the shit for that, yeah.
we're being dragged through hot coals at the moment. But don't worry about Manchester City and the 115 charges. That's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, it's bullshit because I think they did all their spending and shit before all the fucking rules were announced.
And that's a funny one because apparently, I think it had to be unanimous vote for the Premier League on all the clubs to like agree to that. And that's the same thing for Chelsea. They spent a heap of money, and it was right after we won the league. So, but look, if we broke the rules, we broke the rules. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Connor, just going to quickly bring up our form, and then we'll get into our starting 11s. Get you off to the pub for your weekend. You haven't got your whites on today, man. I feel disorganized on having my jersey on now.
No, I just had a shower before and got in, so
Get all pretty
get
for
ready.
us.
Well,
Leicester. Okay. I don't even want to talk too much about the Bristol game because that was disgusting. But we had been on a pretty stressful blip. We just had an absolute amazing turnaround performance against Norwich. I don't know if you saw the score, but God, we needed that. So I'm feeling a lot more confident because if it wasn't for that result, I would be pretty nervous about this game. I still am, to be honest with you. I don't know, typical Leicester is going to bottle it again, but we've got you guys, and then obviously we've got Millwall and Plymouth. So we need to win these 3 games because I want to go into automatic promotion. I do not want to go into playoffs. Let's pull up your starting. I'll just close that and bring this up. Okay, Connor. Here is your starting 11. I'll zoom in on that for you.
So I've got it on the screen in front of me, so good.
Talk us through, mate.
It's pretty much very similar to the team we played against Preston. I think the only change is Dembele, who's not been playing for us much lately.
Yep.
I think that honestly, I think he's going to stick with a similar team, mate. Similar team to Preston, yeah. I don't think he's going to change it too much.
And I rate Dembele. Every time I've seen him play against us, he's one of the guys that stands out to me. Has he been injured, has he?
No, just he struggles to track back on defence, and obviously Gary Rowett's very big on that. I think that's why he's been out of flavour, I think, recently. But he might make a return. I was trying to add Alex Pritchard there, but I couldn't find him on this app. So
no worries.
He's just come back from injury, so he could potentially start or come off the bench.
Yes.
He's a very good player as well. I don't know if you know him, but
yeah, and him and James I rate for you guys.
Yeah, James should start. I mean, he likes scoring against you.
Yeah, I know. So, how much have you seen your style change since you you're saying it's similar to Eustace? You're obviously playing different under Rooney.
Yeah.
Talk me through how much you've seen your starting 11 rotate and change. Obviously, you've probably had injuries and stuff, but have you seen players fall out of favour for all these different managers? Talk me through it.
We've had a few injuries and suspensions and whatnot, but like Rooney was more like attack. Like he just wanted to attack. Like the more goals scored, the more chance of winning, whatever. But that just left us for open at the back and that. Like I think the last time we played Hughes in the league, it was Rooney, wasn't it? And you just kept getting on the counter attacking. I think all your goals were counter attacks, if I remember correctly. That's just what that was Rooney's way of thinking, like just attack. But if you haven't got the players to do that, you can't be doing it. But I think this formation, the more defensive thinking, and then go on the counter attacks for us is better. I think.
See, that's interesting because I remember talking about this now that you mention it with the counter-attacking. We are not, we won the league, but that was a long time ago. But we are not really a counter-attacking team. We're a progressive builder from the back. Try to cause that overload up in our final third and try and, just basically wear down teams. But I do remember against that game, it was very counter. All our goals I remember were counter attacking. We made a lot of subs. I remember in the FA Cup game, and the league game was a bit similar. But tell me, do you think you guys are going to sit back and try and park it tomorrow? Tomorrow, do you reckon you're going to have a go?
I think user what's the word? User under more pressure to win. I think, isn't you? So I think we're gonna try and go for it.
That's what I thought as well, particularly before the Norwich result. Like if we hadn't had that Norwich result, we would have been even under more pressure. I still think we are under pressure. We bottled the massive point lead we had.
Yeah.
Don't forget like how much money we have in our team compared to other teams is like crazy.
Yeah.
But you guys as well probably a little bit under pressure, with all due respect, worrying about relegation zone too. Yeah, so that's why I think it's going to be a good game.
No, definitely we are, but the way I'm thinking and the way I think most of our fans are thinking is that we're probably not going to win this game, and there's much more winnable games coming up for us where you guys need to be winning, so you guys can be pushing for the top two.
Yes,
that's the way we think. We have no expectations from anyone of winning this game, so if we can win or draw, happy days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the free hit for you, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'll pull up my screen here, and I will talk you through my starting 11, who I expect to see. Now, I've gone for, obviously, everyone that's watching will expect Mads Hermansen to be our goalkeeper. Brilliant sweeper keeper. One of my favourite signings this season. He's been reliable. Yannick Vestergaard is that man distributing the ball at the back. Mm-hmm. If you guys hit us into the counter at any point, and this is the last man back, you're going to have him on toast. If you, he is this turning circle of a Mack truck, proper slow, but brilliant on the ball. Mm-hmm. Doyle, you're probably familiar with him when he was at Cov last season. And I think he was at Sunderland before that as well. He had one of my close man of the match shouts last against Norwich. He, of his left foot compared to James Justin, it offers up so much more. And if you guys are going to try and sit back, I expect him to have a good game. Mm-hmm. Wout Face can be brilliant, but can be an absolute liability. He's got one whoopsie moment nearly all his games. So he was on a blip of his own, but he had a good game last against Norwich. So feeling a bit better. Personally, I would like to see Connor Cody get a start, but I don't think that's happening. Ricardo Pereira, I am so glad he's back. He's going to be pushed into the midfield. You could argue that we play 4-3-3, but to me, we play the back three. Mm-hmm. Ricardo Pereira should not be in this league. It is an absolute cheat code. He is probably one of our most important players, and thank God he's back, because all those games that we lost, he was out. Next to him, we got Harry Winks. Also should not be in the championship. An absolute freak of nature and probably player of the season for me so far. Expect to see him, obviously. Mm-hmm. Basically, the exact same team I'm expecting to see as we played against Norwich. Fatawu on the right wing. Keep an eye on him, mate, because he is being an absolute gem. We've got him on loan at the moment, and I expect him to go on to a bigger club in the next couple of years. Wilfred Ndidi, thank God he's back as well. Really, traditionally a back, it plays as a 6, but this whole season has been an attacking, high-pressing 8, and he's been brilliant in that position. Not his position. Could he do it in the Premier League? I don't think so, but he's been brilliant this season, and it's good to have him back. He works really well with Fatawu. Dewsbury Hall, everyone knows Dewsbury Hall. And also Mavididi, another really good left winger. I hope he can link up well with Dewsbury Hall again. And obviously up front, we got the immortal Jamie Vardy. I feel real smug pulling this starting 11 up. There's way too much money in the side, don't you think? Talk me through what you're thinking about this starting 11.
Well, the way your midfield and attack is just miles ahead of anyone in this league, really. Your defense is probably average. Yeah, that Madvidivi, whatever his name is, he always scores against us. He's fucking quick.
Yeah, he had a brace against you guys. That's what I remember now. Yeah, and he celebrated. Yeah. He's.
And Ndidi's obviously quality. I know him from like when he was in the Premiership.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Like, we're not expected to win this game.
I felt really bad if people don't know, but last time we were watching the game. I think you guys went up first, and you were like, I think it was the FA Cup game. You're like, we got you on toast, and you did. You dominated us in the first half, and then it was like when someone beats up someone in a park and they go and get their big brother to come and stick up for him. We brought off 3 subs off the bench, and it changed the game. The big brothers, but mate, oh, hang on a minute. Craig, how are you, mate? Birmingham needs you win, surely. Connor, do you want to answer that?
We do. Well, I don't think so. There's much more winnable games coming up. There's no chance we're going to win this game. But
if you were to score, and possibly, let's say we win 2-1, you'd be happy. You just as long as you can see a shift in and something to build from. Is that how you're feeling, basically?
As long as we play well, then I'll be happy. You know what I mean? Like, we have Rotherham, we can beat Huddersfield. There's plenty of games that we can win.
Yes. Well, mate, I hope so. And just before we wrap this up, mate, tell me what you expect and give me a score prediction.
My head and my heart says 2 different things. My heart says 1-0 win, and we'll just park the bus. We get an early goal and just park it. But my head says 2-0 to use.
Connor, you got to go with your heart, mate. So Connor's going to go for a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
1-0 win. I'm going to go Leicester 3, Birmingham 1.
Okay. So happens.
I can't wish you luck tomorrow, but other than the rest of the season, I wish you total luck. I hope you guys are well out of the relegation zone, and I hope you guys spend some money in the summer.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for coming on again, dude. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the beers at the pub. Where are you going? You going to PK, are you?
No, I'm just going to Harbour, right? My local.
The Harbour. Are you in Fremantle now, are you?
No, Secret Harbour.
Secret Harbour, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No worries. At least at the Harbour.
No
worries, dude. Enjoy it, mate. Smash a beer for me. I'll catch you on the next one. See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Thanks heaps, Connor, for joining again. Dan's just jumped in. I'm going 2-0 Leicester. Mate, I hope so. I can't stand to see us concede another goal. I think it's a funny one, Dan, because we have conceded so much more than we started off at this beginning of the season. The last 7 games have conceded a lot. So no, I don't want to see any more sloppy goals, especially from set pieces and corners. For whatever reason, we still struggle with set pieces. This is going on 2 to 3 seasons now, but I would like to see us go up early, and I would like to have a clean sheet, but I just can't see it happening lately. It just still looks like a little bit of a liability sometimes at the back. But if we are dominating possession and people aren't pressing us all high, then we look a lot more comfortable. And you could see that confidence grow as the game carried on against Norwich. I know I've banged on about it already, but it was a complete, after that first goal, the ascendancy was just up and up and up. And this system that we play works when we're confident. When we are not confident, shambles. That's a little bit, maybe you could say, up to Enzo. He really needs to keep these boys motivated. He needs to keep their heads in it, which thankfully they still are, considering the celebrations that we saw after the 3rd goal. But with everything that's going on around the club, I just hope this is not getting to the players. Do you think Enzo might be tempted by Juventus, as it looks like Allegri will be sacked at the end of season? That'd be a big move for him. I know he was at Man City, but as an assistant and the development coach, he's been to us. That would be a big jump, mate. We still have him tied to a 3-year deal. If we didn't have all this FFP issues and stuff like that, I would say no. He's got the players he initially wanted in the summer, and he's working with them. And you can see it as a project, as you like. And should that go up to the Premier League, that's something to be proud of and confident of, and something that you're going to want to build off. But with everything that's happening, we didn't sign the Sensi deal. That was a joke. Now, should we stay down? That's a catastrophe. If we were to stay down and not go up, yes, I could see him 100%. If they offered it to him, he probably would take it, to be fair. And that would help us financially. I guess we'd have to get paid off for it, but it wouldn't help us if you're a shit show trying to scramble to get someone else in, and God knows everything else that comes with it. I don't even want to think about it. But I can't personally see him going there, but crazy things have happened. How many clean sheets have we kept? That's a good question, Craig. Begin with, we kept a lot. I'd have to go through the stats and bring that up soon, but I don't know if I can do that right now. But I feel like we haven't kept a clean sheet for a long time. Let me just here. I'll just pull up the games, mate, for you. But we looked nowhere near as comfortable at the back as we did at the start of the season. It was very strong. Talk to me here. We have okay. The last time we kept a clean sheet was, bear with me here, Bristol, we lost 1-0. Chelsea, we lost by 2 goals, 4-2. We drew with Hull. The last clean sheet we had was in the 6th of March against Sunderland. Then Bournemouth in February. And I'm just looking here. Sheffield Wednesday, we had a clean sheet. Not many, mate, this year anyways. But look, all we can do is, I don't care how we win, but if we just make it to the end of the season and we make it into the automatic promotion, I'll be happy. Enzo was a player at Juventus. FFP current rulings are a little unfair. Mate, they are crazy. They're totally there to protect the big six. But at the end of the day, we've broke the rules, and apparently they are rules that we signed up to. But now I'm not going to get into it too much because I need to do a lot more reading on it before I talk about it. But this whole luxury tax thing coming out, it's just, I don't even know. I think everyone's just as confused as each other. Leicester need to sign a good keeper in summer. I like Stolarczyk as a number 2. I definitely like Mads Hermansen. I can see him being sold for big money in about 2 or 3 years' time, 2 or seasons' time. Possibly even if we have any issues with FFP and stuff. I'd hope not. But Stolarczyk, I think, is a great number 2. Obviously, Smithies is done. Ward's on his way out. Everson's at loan, but then his contract expires. I think where is Everson's at Stoke, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, we could use a third keeper. No, you're right, but I don't think it's a priority. Luke Steele is a good keeper. Who does he play for, mate? I've never heard of him, sorry. Dean Henderson is a good keeper. What about Matty Ryan? Matty Ryan's a fair shout too. But I don't necessarily see that as a priority, but I do understand what you're saying. It would be nice to have a third option just in case something were to go catastrophically wrong. But what do you think, mate? Do you like Stolarczyk as a number 2? I think he's a brilliant shot stopper. Not as good with the ball at his feet as Mads, but for me, he's been a solid shout for every FA Cup game we've had in the Caribou Cup. Probably just about to wrap this up here, guys. I have got 5-a-side soon, so I do need to have a shower and get ready. But if you like this, please like and subscribe. If not, it's totally fine. I'm just happy that you listened and watched. And have a good weekend. And hopefully Leicester come away with a strong win tomorrow against Birmingham. So come on, you Foxes. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.